With us right now, Diana Savage, the superintendent of schools here at Bryan. And Diana, this has got to be just a wonderful day for you.
This is a very exciting day, and it's been a long time to get to this point, but we are ready to celebrate with the community what a great day today will be.
We had springtime, it seemed like, until today. Why does that always happen that way, huh?
Yes, unfortunately, the one thing you can only control what you can control, and weather is not one of those. So we're happy to have the sunshine and just very excited about what today brings for us.
That will not slow anything down. Obviously, there's equipment on the grounds right now, and once you turn some dirt here today, I would think everything gets started in earnest.
Yes, actually the crew's been on site working for about the past week. They're doing the site work and getting ready to lay the foundation. The weather, again, has not been our best friend, but we're working through the issues and we're on track, and the equipment's ready to roll.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the pictures that we're going to show right now of the artist renderings right now and the design renderings for what the inside of this school is going to look like.
Absolutely. We're designing for the 6 to 12 building a 21st century learning center. We wanted to provide flexibility, areas for students to collaborate, work individually, or work in small groups. We wanted to provide for large group instruction. And again, the key, I said it earlier, but the flexibility, because we don't know where education is going to take us for the next 50 years. We want a building that's going to last for this community and be purposeful for it for the next 50 years. So what you're going to see are some of those ideas incorporated into the design. You're going to see flexible classroom space. You're going to see modern 21st century looks. You're going to see high technology, lots of electrical support, something we don't have currently in our old buildings. So,
one of the things that I've been impressed with is the amount of support and input you have gotten from this community.
Oh, absolutely. From the beginning through the levy process, we were out talking to groups, getting feedback, getting ideas, getting suggestions, and we made that commitment to the community, and we've done our best to follow through and hold annual quarterly meetings with public, and we've taken it to different venues, held different events, different times of the day. We encourage community members, community leaders, students, staff for suggestions. We've held many, many input sessions for this building.
Are there any ideas that just come to mind right now that came out of those sessions?
Again, the key point with the visioning team was the flexibility and also providing some student work areas. And so you're going to see in this classroom or in this picture, for example, these student booths or teacher booths will be a monitor at each end so that students can work alone, but they'll be able to plug in to the projector, to the monitor, and work as a group. And these stations are located throughout the building.
You know, it's been a long while since I was that small to be in a building like that. And back then, I think the new invention was the chalkboard, I believe,
Yes.
if you go back to that
Yes,
point.
technology has come a long way since then. Absolutely.
It really has. And the modern students, my grandkids nowadays, they're amazing with the electronic devices that they work with. And the future's really wrapped around that technology, isn't it?
It is. It is. For us older people, it's not as much, but for younger people, even, as young as kindergarten, they have electronics in their hands. They know how to use them. They know what purpose they can do. They can download an app. They can play a game. It's a part of their daily lives. So we have to prepare for that.
You really do. Who knows where the future is going to be, but it does look like you have it all covered right here with what you're about to build.
Well, thank you. We are just so proud of this design and so proud of the partners we have with Beilhartz Architects and Rudolph Libby Construction. They've been a great construction team, and we are just so excited to bring this to our community.
Now, for folks who can't make it here today and see the ceremonies as we turn that first shovel of dirt here, timetable-wise, what can they expect now over the course of this summer and maybe even into next year?
Well, you're going to see a flurry of activity on this site because the actual construction of the 6 to 12 building will start on or around July 4th weekend. That's when you'll see steel start going up. That's when you see the walls start forming. And students will move into that building in the fall of 2016. So they're going to get this 180,000 square foot building in 1 year. So it will be exciting. We have the webcam available thanks to BMU. You can watch the daily progress, but it will be a flurry of activity over the next 12 months.
And it should be a whole lot of fun. I think everybody is anticipating what this building is going to look like, and then the ability to use that for generations to come.
Absolutely. And while we're excited, this really is the kickoff of the whole campus, because we don't want to leave out the fact that we are completely renovating the current middle school, which will then become our pre-K to 5 building, and that will open in the fall of 2017.
It's exciting, huh?
Yes.
Did you have you had your fingers crossed long enough to this point? Are you ready to take a big deep breath and say yes, it's really going to happen?
Yeah, seeing the pictures really brings it to life. I mean, there was a moment where you just look and you say, at some point, I'm going to be standing in this exact same spot looking at this in real life.
And it won't be long. We're going to be actually in there being part of it. And then we'll say, gosh, it was 5 years ago. It was 10 years ago.
Yes, absolutely. Time will go very quickly.
It really will. Diana, thank you. We'll let you get out and take care of business here today. But congratulations, and what a wonderful job getting to this point.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you to BMU for your support. Welcome. There are still seats available. If anyone who is standing out in the wind would like to join us in the tent, it's a little bit better. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. What a proud moment, not only for Bryan City Schools, but for the community. Today is a day of celebration. We celebrate our past, we celebrate our present, we celebrate our future. And what an exciting future this is going to be for the students and the families of Bryan, Ohio. I would like to take a few moments before we begin today's ceremony to recognize some of the guests who are with us today. I apologize in advance if I may have missed someone who came up later. First of all, to our school board, President Glenn Newcomer, Emily Ebaugh, Cindra Keeler, Tom Lingvai, and Ryan Miller. We're honored to have Senator Cliff Height with us today, Mayor of Bryan Doug Johnson, City Council members Tommy Moore, Keith Day, and Rick Hoopie, Bryan BPA members Bonnie Kipling and Brian Carlin, Bill Martin and our entire levy committee that was able to join us, Tom Turnbull as Chamber President, Dick Maxwell with Stifel Nicholas, Ramsey Najjar from Ohio Facilities Construction Commission, all of our retired faculty members who have come back to join us in this celebration today, all of our staff and students, some of who are here with us and some who are watching on our live stream broadcast, courtesy of BMU. And to our community, many of you who are alumni, parents, grandparents, former teachers, former employees, or have children or relatives who attend Bryan City Schools. Without your support, without your vision, without your guidance, today could not have been possible. We are here to celebrate our community, to celebrate our future, to celebrate our growth. This new campus will, for the first time, unite all 2,000 students from preschool to grade 12 in one location for the first time in school history. Behind me, construction has already begun on the new 150,000 square foot 6 to 12 building. Part of this project will also include the renovation of our 120,000 square foot middle school to become a pre-K to 5 building. Students in grades 6 through 12 will be transitioning into this new facility in the fall of 2016. And students in grades pre-K to 5 will make the move to their new building in the fall of 2017. This new campus will replace buildings that range from 30 years old to nearly 100 years old, and will offer a 21st century learning environment for our children that supports the educational vision that our community and staff have helped to create. The new design emphasizes flexibility, collaboration, project-based learning, and 21st century skills. The new 6 to 12 building will feature an outdoor courtyard that will not only enhance classroom instruction, but provide living lab space along with areas for outdoor dining and social. The energy-efficient design will incorporate natural lighting and help reduce the overall operational cost for all of our schools. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Mayor Doug Johnson, who will make a few remarks.
Thank you. The 7.45 mil bond issue was voted on November 5th, 2013, won by a 55 to 45 margin, and it was the beginning of a great victory for not only our students, but everyone in the city of Bryan. Many of our citizens worked very hard with a dedicated, informative committee, and was successful to get us here today. You are to be commended. We have the right plan for the lifetime. A new 612 high school building, a renovated pre-K middle school, all on one campus. Many hours of planning with decisions have been made. We have the plan. We look forward to construction and later dedication when the finished product is complete. Thank you.
At this time, I welcome Senator Cliff Height.
Well, everybody, I'm home. Took a while. Diane and I were driving here just talking about the good old days here, and I am so proud of this community. It has been so special to us. You helped raise us and our kids. But I was talking to Joe Whistler outside. It was over 30 years ago that we came here when Doug hired me. And it's his fault, so just remember it. Steve, how you doing? Hey. But I was talking to Joe about, I said the new middle school, and he said, Cliff, that was 27 years ago. I'm like, well, I still call it the new middle school. Listen, I'm really proud of y'all. This is a great achievement. I would expect nothing less from this community. It is the best. I love you guys. If I say any more, I'll get choked up. But all I'm saying, Lady Di, great job. I'm proud of you all. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, it is my pleasure to welcome Bill Martin, chairman of our levy campaign, to the podium.
Thanks, Diana. Wow. What a turnout on a not so good day. But it is a great day. I just can't believe it's happening. I have to pinch myself several times this morning, and thank you all for coming out. Everywhere I go, there's so much excitement in this community about this new school. There's a sense of that we're doing something very big, something very good for our city. I want to start by thanking the BCS Board of Education, Glenn, Emily, Cindra, Tom, and Scott at that time, and now Ryan Miller, along with Diana Savage and Rob Rossworm. Thank you for coming up with the right plan. All we had to do was communicate it. And boy, did we do that. Speaking of communicating it, I want to reach out and again recognize our levy committee, and most of them are here today. Carrie Schlade, Evan Brock, Tim Conover, Chris Malenga, who I think is working here today, Maddie Baker, Marie Watkins, and Steve Hess. Also, we had two board members on our committee, Emily Ebal and Cindra Keeler. And of course, Diana and Rob had to put up with all of our questions at every meeting. We just couldn't get enough. So a big thanks to them as well. Our first meeting in July of 2013 was a tough one. We got together and we knew we had a steep mountain to climb. And I tell you, we talked for 15 minutes and it was kind of negative. It was pretty negative at the beginning, but you know what? That was it. After that was over, we got to work. And we didn't stop working until 7 o'clock on election day night. That's how much effort it took. And that's how much these committee members should be applauded. What an amazing, dedicated, talented group of people. We're forever grateful for your efforts. We also can't forget Paul and Kiara Duggan and Amanda Updike and their help with our door-to-door campaign. I had never done anything like that in my life. And I don't know if you know this, we have like 2,500 homes in Bryan. And our goal was to knock on every door. And I think we pretty much did, but they had the plan, we had to execute it. And they were just a tremendous support. And when Kiara reached out to me, I thought, wow, this is coming from heaven, because I had no idea how to do what we were about to do. I also want to thank the whole BCS team and staff and all their hard work and support and efforts that went into this. Thank Ken Reeker, who was our video specialist, who on his own time at night would put together these videos that you saw on Facebook and on TV, and he did a great job. I also want to thank our super friends, and I think you guys know who you are. We had a meeting in August where we got about 60 people from our community who we knew would be strong supporters. And we knew we had friends in this campaign, but we needed super friends. We needed those willing to go out and tell all their friends and have their friends tell their friends. And that's what we did. They went out and recruited 1,200 people, 1,200 friends who registered at our website. And that's what it took. That was the ground army that we needed to get over the hump. I want to thank my wife, Donna, for her support. She had no idea what she was signing up for 25 years ago. Absolutely no idea. So I'm sorry about that, but thank you. And of course, we want to thank our wonderful community for supporting us and believing in our kids. We said many times during the campaign that from an academic standpoint, we had great teachers and administrators. They were getting the job done. But we felt this was our chance to really step up for our kids and give them the additional tools and facilities that they need to compete in the rapidly changing global economy. And if you don't think we're competing in a global economy, you need to open your eyes. Every business owner in Bryan will tell you they're competing in a global economy. Our kids need the very best in tools. They're competing with 7 billion people now. We used to have a local economy. Remember this, Dean? Well, you don't remember this, but 100 years ago, we delivered candy with horse and buggy, right? That was the local economy. That was as far as we went. And then it went to a regional economy. And then it went to a national economy. Well, now the global economy is here. It's a very small world, and our kids need all those tools. This would be a very good thing for Bryan, a very big thing for Bryan. So today I tip my cap to the school's design and visioning committee. You know, some of the designs I've seen are going to look fantastic when they're all done. To the school board, the entire BCS team, the architects, and now the contractors that will bring this dream to a reality. Will be a great example to others of what a school district can do when it really truly cares about its kids. So thank you, and God bless our work. Thank you.
Please welcome Ramsey Najjar from the Ohio Facilities Construction Commission.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Great day. Great day. Chilly, but great, great, sunny. I see some people have their coats on. That was very smart. But so happy to be here with you. And on behalf of our executive director and the staff of the Ohio Facilities Construction Commission, I would like to offer our best wishes to the district and to this community. Today is a great day, breaking ground for a new school building. It'll be a state-of-the-art facility that will provide your children with a quality educational environment and serve this community for many years to come. A superior team has been assembled to design these facilities and to oversee the construction. Beilharz Architects and Rudolph Libby, great organizations, and we are looking forward to being a partner with them and with Bryan City Administration and the Board of Education during this important project. Now, school facilities and school facilities construction, has been and remains one of Governor Kasich's top priorities. State-of-the-art school facilities are springing up all across the state. To give you an idea and the magnitude of this work, let me point out that we have opened way over 1,000 constructed or renovated buildings, and there are many more. I just don't have the numbers, so I said many more. In active design or under construction. So we strongly believe in what our commission is doing to support and help the children of Ohio. We've spent over $10 billion on school facilities since 1997. And for the last 2 years, we've averaged $3 million a day, 365 days a year, on OFCC-funded projects. So our staff is honored to be part of such a historic undertaking, and we are committed to achieving this proud legacy for the state of Ohio. However, we recognize that we have lots of work to do before the school facilities problem in Ohio is solved. With the beginning of this facility, we are one step closer to completing our task. Again, our best wishes for a successful project. Thank you very much.
Our final speaker for this morning is our current board president, Glenn Newcomer.
Well, good morning, everyone. I don't know if it's good to be the last speaker or the first speaker, but a lot has already been said today, and I don't want to sound redundant by repeating everything that has been said up to this point, but I'd like to take a little bit different perspective, because I had no idea what they were going to say. But in preparation for this today, I was thinking back of the vision that a previous school board had. The idea of coming out into the country and buying what was then called the Cotterman Farm. And to some people, it will forever be called the Cotterman Farm. But at one time, this was a farm. It was tilled, planted in the spring of the year. Each year a crop was planted and a harvest was conducted in the fall of the year. This year, we have a different type of tillage that's going on. We are now planting seeds that will be the foundation for the future of our education needs facility-wise in this community. As walls are erected and as they emerge from the ground, there will be continued excitement throughout our community. And I think that's the main point that I'd like to emphasize, is to recognize what a community can do when it collectively comes together behind a cause. We've already heard about the number of people, whether they're serving on committees and different groups, going door to door, actively being passionate about the passage of the levy so that this is possible. We talked about the right plan that Mr. Martin just referred to. In cooperation with the community, I hope that the community understands that we tried to listen to the community and listen to what they were telling us to do. And when we listen and the community is involved, great things can happen. And this, again, today is just the beginning of great things that can happen for our community. There is a tremendous amount of excitement. We hear it from people in other positions, whether it be on Chamber of Commerce or City Council or other leadership roles within our community. There's a synergy here that occurs when large investments such as this occur in a community. Again, on behalf of the Board of Education, we sincerely want to extend our gratitude and our sincere thanks to everyone who had a part in the success of passage of this levy, as well as any involvement in regards to the help in the design. We're working with a great group of people. We have all kinds of participation coming from the community. We're working with teams of people who are listening. And when we talk about the vision of what we're preparing for, we're now in the 21st century. And our community, in a very progressively minded fashion, has recognized that education needs in today's world has changed. As Mr. Martin alluded to, we are preparing for the future. And not only are we changing the dynamics of the facilities that we are going to be working with, which we are very excited about, we are also identifying additional needs for our children in regards to helping them to better prepare for the 21st century. We're already 15 years into this century, and we hope that someday future generations will look back on what we are doing as a community today and said that they had vision, just like school boards in the past had vision when they purchased this property. So it's getting cold out here. That's going to conclude my comments, but again, on behalf of the Board of Education, thank you so much.
Next, we will be moving to the actual groundbreaking ceremony. There will be different groups that have been identified and will be called up, but then everyone who attended today is welcome, if you would like, to have your picture taken with the shovel and the official movement of ground. Before we move to that, I would like to just take a few moments to thank those who helped in getting ready for today. Rob, I could not do this job without you. You keep me on track, keep the numbers straight for me, and I think we make a great team. So thank you very much. To Ned Roofer and Shane Middleton and my entire maintenance staff for helping assist with the setup. To Eric Harder for providing the sound for today's event. To Prospect Acres for helping with the photos. For my assistants, Jane, Lindsay, and Casey Thormeyer, who could not be here, who keep me sane and on track. CNR Creations have provided some lovely desserts for you to share in fellowship this afternoon or this morning. Orchard Hills Custom Cleaners, and finally, once again, to recognize everyone who has given time, money, energy, thoughtfulness, communication, advice, criticisms, whatever it may be. You have made us better, and you have helped us get to where we are today. So for that, just one last big thank you.